Hi, everybody. My name is Lydia Middleton. I'm the Executive Director of ASIS, and I'm here today with Timothy Dickey. Timothy is a candidate for a Director-at-Large position on the ASIS Board of Directors. Welcome, Timothy.
Thank you, Lydia.
Glad to have you here. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then at the end, we will give you a chance to say anything else you want to say. Okay, so my first question for you, why are you a member of ASIS, and what keeps you renewing every year?
Yes, what keeps me renewing is that ASIS&T is my professional home and has been for quite some time. ASIS&T is, yes, the place for professional information and professional development and professional networking, but it is the professional relationships and the good colleagues and the people which really keep me coming back. I first joined ASIS&T as a student and there was attracted to the good colleagues in my local chapter. We came from a variety of different backgrounds, but shared the interest in thinking about how information changes our society and changes in technology change how we all work. And now with 16 years in ASIS&T, I've derived a lot of value, yes, from the association. I've had some great opportunities for professional service. ASIS&T has provided a strong and consistent source of top-notch professional information in the journal, in the webinars, in the content of the annual meetings. But I will say it is always through the conversations at the annual meetings where I see the value that keeps me renewing. I have to say, in my career, I've attended an embarrassingly large number of different professional organizations in their annual meetings and conferences, and ASIS&T is the only place where the first time I went, strangers walked up to me and said, you know, even past presidents said, I don't know you yet, but I think I should. Tell me about yourself. And that spoke very strongly to me. Or put a different way, as Naresh said in his closing in Pittsburgh, ASIS&T has always been a strong and welcoming bunch of very smart people, but also a lot of good people. And it's the people who keep me coming back.
Excellent. I agree with you. Okay, what particular skills and experience would you bring to your role on the board?
First of all, in return for the professional home, I am devoted and dedicated to ASIS&T. That should go without saying, but I did want to say it. I do bring a lot of experience in different ASIS&T components, student volunteer work, positions with local and regional chapters, SIG work, including long support of SIG III, service on the Publications Committee, Information Professionals Task Force, Standards Committee, experience preparing and delivering an ASIS&T regional conference, and prior board experience while I was chapter assembly director. But one very specific kind of experience that I will bring to a term as a board member at large is my particular situation with feet firmly planted both in the academic research camp and in the life of a full-time information practitioner. I'm on the faculty of Kent State and San Jose University. I teach graduate courses and maintain my career with publications and presentations. But at the same time, I've worked in industry with OCLC, and my day job is just inside of where I'm answering these questions at an adult information desk at a library, where I am meeting daily information needs and planning programs. I know that there are a number of people in ASIS&T who have probably felt a tension in the past between practitioners and researchers, but I myself have derived great satisfaction from both sides of my professional existence in ASIS&T. I always have seen hope for reconciliation between the two, and I look forward to representing both on the board.
Fabulous. So what aspects of the current strategic plan, keeping in mind there's only 2 years left of it, but what aspects of that plan would you be interested in focusing on during your time on the board?
Thank you. The two most important areas that play to my strengths and my experience are in engaging the ASIS membership and in collaborative opportunities with affiliate and practitioner organizations. In terms of member engagement, I would be delighted to track and help refine the structure of the new chapter reorganization, which is still young in some areas, especially in North America. I think we can still give greater support to the chapter assembly director in their efforts to foster communication and collaboration among the chapters, in providing valuable chapter programming, and especially in better integration of the student chapters into the larger organizational support structure. I think in the engagement piece, we also can be continuing to develop a stronger mentorship program, whether that is based in a locality or in a special interest group, or more broadly across the association. However we intend to put the finishing touches on that, that gets back to my particular value proposition in the membership, in the individual members and the relationships being one of the best things that I see in ASIS. In addition to that, my own position as both a practitioner and researcher leads me strongly, of course, to support ASIS outreach to and marketing its own value to practitioner and affiliate information organizations. It's a topic which keeps coming up in the association as both part of our historic, both the strengths of our history and the future that we all want to see for ASIS.
Great, thanks. Okay, and finally, we will be working on a new strategic plan in the next couple of years. So what do you feel is not addressed in the current plan that you think is important for ASIS to consider as it strives to be relevant in the future?
Another very good question, and thank you. My answers to this one stem pretty closely from my answers to the prior question. I see continuity in where we should go, because my main concerns for the future of ASIS are actually referenced in the current plan, but aren't yet really solved by it. I joined ASIS, as I mentioned, as a student, and we have so many enthusiastic student members, but ones who don't always maybe seem to have a clear pathway to remain in the association once they graduate. Whether this is a question of better supporting them with mentorships, with plugging them into student-led conferences, regional conferences, better supporting, following up on their opportunities for research presentations, or giving them clearer support into SIG leadership, chapter leadership, national level leadership. I want to see more sustenance for the students towards their future tenure in ASIS and towards the next generation of membership. And similarly, the question of practitioners within ASIS today and ASIS relationship to other organizations does have, of course, a complete goal in the current strategic plan, but it's the shortest one and it's seemed the least well-defined. As technology continues to advance and as our colleagues in so many industries are going to continue, I believe, to need information managers and information architects and records managers, and to need the fruits of the research and the reflection that that ASIS provides. Their needs for ASIS aren't going to diminish, and I think it only benefits the practitioners who have been a traditional strength of ASIS and the ASIS brand to continue to better refine and specify and develop the relationship we have with other practitioner organizations.
Fantastic. Well, that is all my questions. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the ASIS membership before we wrap up?
No, but thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you to all those who hear, and I hope to see many of you in London.
Thank you very much.